All right. We have our charcuterie set up. Let's go set it up on the table. Hi guys, I'm Hailee.
I'm Kendra.
And welcome back to our channel. And today is our anniversary.
So we're gonna do a wine tasting at home.
With charcuterie.
Charcuterie!
And I did make the spread. I'm super excited to show you guys the setup. We have so many different things. We have pickles, different types of breads. We have turmeric pickled cauliflower, blue cheese. What are the other?
I actually also don't like
brie
blue cheese.
And what other cheese is it?
It was a cheese from the Netherlands, and I love the Netherlands. So
Okay, then we have olives. We have cocoa dusted truffle raspberries. We have spicy Marcona almonds, rosemary Marcona almonds, candied pecans, black salt, dark chocolate, caramel. Did I ever say that?
Yep. Black salt,
caramel, dark chocolate. We have a peach and ginger jam, honeycomb. We have a tart cherry jam.
We have the Texas candy pecans and the Texas honey from Chris's wedding.
Yes, they're wedding favors. And then we have, or party favors, wedding favors, I guess that you call them. And then we have an assortment of different meats.
And did you see? Oh, you can't see it. I'll show you.
We'll show you guys.
This is what I got, Hailee, for our wedding anniversary. Nope.
For my birthday.
For your birthday, yep.
Yes.
Today's our wedding anniversary.
Anyways, so we're gonna start out with, you wanna start with red?
Yeah, we're gonna wine taste and we're gonna answer your guys' Q&As. Oh,
yes.
I just moved you, sorry.
So, you should go ahead and ask a question while I'm getting this guy ready.
All right, I'm not gonna answer that. Weirdo.
Was it us being ticklish?
Uh-huh.
What is our favorite thing to cook for each other? We do not have it very often, but I would say my favorite thing to cook, Kendra, is either lamb.
Oh,
chops,
I'm always very impressed with that.
Or lobster. She really likes
also very
lobster.
impressed with that. I think my favorite thing to cook you is probably spaghetti, because you always praise me for it.
I like the spaghetti we had for dinner last night.
Yeah, we did. Also, I like cooking chicken gnocchi for you because she makes really good chicken gnocchi, and then sometimes I'll make chicken gnocchi and she'll say that it's better than hers, and then I feel good about myself.
It's really good. You do really, really good.
She's a really good cook.
All right, do you want to look
We're
up
starting with a
red.
red. We're starting with a red. Neither of us like red wines, so this will be entertaining. I need to know the name, love. I was looking up plants.
Oh, here you go.
We went to a plant nursery today. About 10 plants, one of which is a tree. Did you know that if you can stick your finger in your wine's butt, it means it's a better quality wine? At least that's what my wife tells me.
That's what the wine people told us, was it not?
Tell me about it. We're gonna learn. Okay. It's from Italy.
Okay.
What's wrong? Are you okay? Did you hurt yourself?
No, I didn't hurt myself.
Also, just for the record, all of these were in our wine cooler, so they are cooled. It's from Italy. It's from Tuscany. It's a red wine. It's dry. It's 14.5%. The taste is cherry plum, and it's full-bodied.
I can smell the cherry.
Full-bodied.
Okay, look at the next
You gave yourself so much more than you gave me. Good luck. I hope you like that.
Yes, I know. Forgot that this is a wine tasting.
Yeah.
All right.
Have you guys ever been wine tasting? Because you get wine drunk. Oh my God, I almost just cheers, hit the table, and took a light shot. Don't do that. Okay, you're supposed to do this to aerate it. You're supposed to smell it. You're supposed to look at the legs.
Wow.
Oh.
Takes forever for
It does take forever for the legs to come down.
Okay.
I don't remember if that's a good thing or not. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pleasantly surprised by that.
That's actually delicious.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
I always heard that red wine was good for you, but I never knew why, so we're gonna find out. It says red wine's health benefits stem from its high content of polyphenols. I'm not gonna try to pronounce all that. Antioxidants, there we go. They protect your cells from damage, potentially reduce the risk of various diseases, including heart disease and certain types of cancer. Additionally, it is anti-inflammatory, contributes to gut health, and can improve cognitive function. Isn't that cool?
That is cool. Can we look up the next question? I'm gonna grab some of them to rinse these out.
Sure. Sure. Little alchemy over here. You didn't want to finish it?
No.
You're just getting rid of it?
Yeah, I'm ready for the next one.
Okay, I'm not ready. I'm only saying this because I do think it's funny. Which one of you leaves socks lying around the house?
Me.
My guess is it's Hailee.
Me, and the
You're
reason
correct.
why, okay, if you guys are on my Twitch, please come hang out. It's Hailee and Kendra on Twitch. It's totally free. When I play video games, there's a theory that when I'm wearing socks, I'm really bad at the game. So there'll be random socks in my office all the time because I take off my socks while I play games.
In an effort to be better?
In the effort to be better.
Does it work?
Yeah, actually it does.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm gonna wrap it.
Prosciutto.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try one of these olives.
Oh, the picks are for the olives. That's for the meat.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I actually don't hate that.
That's a good wine.
That's impressive. I usually don't like red wine. What's your favorite thing about me?
My favorite thing about Kendra, she sees it as a weakness, but sometimes I see it as one of the best assets of my wife.
Assets?
My wife's personality. What the hell do you think you're doing?
There's a cat on the
There's
table.
a cat on the table, and she knows she's not allowed on the table.
Athena, get down. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, that was great.
Yes, it was. I would say my favorite thing about Kendra is that she is so unbelievably kind. I think that she gives humans a lot of grace, and
We're all just human beings.
right.
It's your first time on
She's
this earth.
very empathetic, and she can understand anyone.
That's true. Sometimes it's a weakness.
It is.
She just lick that?
I did.
I think my favorite thing about you is you also think this is a weakness, but I think it's how strong you are. Like you are like ready to jump in the river and save a kid. You're ready to like whatever needs to be done, you're gonna do it. Even at the expense of yourself, which can be a bad thing, but in a crisis, this is who I would go to.
There's a backstory to the jumping in the
Yes.
river thing.
We don't need to go into that, but it's good. But you always make me feel safe. Because I know if something were to happen, you got it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was very sweet. Okay, tell me about this wine.
Okay.
A Destino Fifth Empire.
Girl, what? Say it again.
It's called Destino, D-E-S-T-I-N-O,
Okay.
Fifth Empire. It's a very pretty bottle.
Which, let me see.
It says Destino is a Portuguese word for destiny. The wine is inspired by Portugal's rich history and the destiny so many its explorers embraced when setting out to sea. Brought to you by Fifth Empire Wine Company. Please enjoy.
A wood-aged wine, dense, ripe, and smoothly textured. Its blackcurrant fruits and acidity are finely balanced to give a wine that is beautifully structured.
You can tell. You definitely smell the wood.
From Portugal, it's 3.5. It's blackberry, vanilla, and plum, and it's medium-bodied.
Yeah, definitely more bodied for sure. Oh, look
Oh,
at
that
the
one has a
legs.
lot of
Wow.
legs.
Yeah, that one's pretty. Wow.
Legs are when you go like
See if I can
this,
show you guys
and the wine goes
See
up to
that?
like here,
the
right?
lines.
And then there are lines that drip down.
Wow, the lines on that is crazy. All right.
Legs. That's stronger.
I don't hate that though.
I don't like it as well as the first one.
The first one's definitely better, but this is not bad.
I concur. It's quite good. I think you're supposed to eat chocolate with red wine.
Ooh, I'm gonna have a dusted raspberry truffle.
That's good.
Oh wow. Oh my god.
That's good. Let's try that.
Wow. Here.
Let's try that.
That is delicious.
Oh,
Those are delicious.
that's quite good.
I actually like this wine. Not that
More
I-
than the first one?
Maybe.
Impressive.
Try a sip after the chocolate.
Why is the chocolate still in my mouth?
I paired it together. It was delicious. Isn't that
With
crazy?
the chocolate, that's so.
It's so good.
Well, you guys know this one, but I'll answer it really quickly.
We can do the how did you meet?
Yes, that's what I was
the
gonna say.
question?
Yep. So, how do we meet? We met at a gay bar. We walked past each other on the street.
Before we walked into the bar.
Yes, and made eye contact.
We did.
And I thought that she was really hot.
We had a
And
double
then-
glance, you
Yep.
guys.
And then she came into the bar and told me she was going to another bar because her friend couldn't get into the bar that we were at. And asked if I wanted to come over there and chat. And I said, let me finish this drink and I'll be right there. And then we talked for like 3 or 4 hours on the patio.
We found out we have like
so much in common.
We have our zodiac tattoos on our back. We have a tattoo on our ribs for a person that we've lost.
Quote. And then
we have ankle tattoos.
And that was both of our first tattoos.
Same bank card, same deodorant, like
crazy. Wild.
Weird similarities.
And then we danced and we kissed and she asked me out on a date.
Is that how that happened?
Mm-hmm.
I asked you on a date.
You did.
Okay, what did I say?
You did. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. Well, you didn't technically ask me.
I did not ask you on a date.
You asked me to come hang out.
I said you come over tonight. We could have some fun.
Oh.
No shame.
And I was like, listen, I think you're great. I think you're very pretty, which scared the hell out of me. But I have work at 8 a.m. She was drinking. I was not drinking that night. So there's no way.
She work at 8 a.m.
Right, but there was no way.
It was like 3 a.m., so that wouldn't have worked. She lived like an hour from me. She was like, but I'd love to go on a date, say, Wednesday. Because you asked me on a date before I texted you. Because I said, text me in the morning if you're serious. And that was at the bar, before I texted you, for the record. And then we went on a date, and it lasted 24 hours, and the rest is history.
Facts.
Okay.
I thought I am most excited about this one because of the bottle and it's pretty. It's called Jupiter. What? Okay.
Thank you for this lovely drawing of us in bikinis with massive tits and devil horns. Interesting. It's a thing that happened. All right, cool.
It is to explore the variety of expressions unique to the mosaic of terriers of the southern Rhone Valley. The vineyard's elevation gives this bright and balanced, I do not know how to say that, wine its beautiful structure and spicy fruit flavors. A food-friendly wine, it pairs not only well with red meats, but also pork, veal, duck, and roast chicken. And this one is also a blend. This one's gonna be heavy-bodied, but yeah, heavy-bodied.
Okay, how do we keep the spark alive in our marriage?
Oh yeah, we get asked this question.
We do get asked this question a lot. I would say first off, nice legs. It helps to marry your best friend.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Marriage didn't change anything for Kim and I. We were the same people. We had the same commitment. Okay, we're trying the wine.
Yeah, I was listening. Wow, that's very smooth. These are really good red wines.
I may like red wine.
I'm pleasantly surprised. I mean, that would be great because it's really good for you.
Wow.
It's really good for you.
This is delicious.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Okay, this one pairs meat very, very well.
Meat?
So just give me like a small piece.
A meat. Here is a meat.
Oh, that's not a very small piece.
That's okay. You can eat it. I believe in you.
Mm.
Quite good.
That is delicious. Let's try it now.
All right. It's so crazy how eating something changes the taste of a wine.
That's insane.
It's the whole reason that they say to like have a palate cleanser or like eat something in between each glass of wine. It really does change the taste.
No kidding.
I used to think that people who were like wine connoisseurs were like, it changes the taste of the wine. I was like, you're just posh and annoying. But they're right.
No, they're
right.
100% right. That's crazy how that changes it. It really does. Okay, how do we keep the spark alive? I think that communication is a tool that Kendra and I use every single day. Hard conversations, easy conversations. We are
it helps
always
that we're both really good communicators.
Yes.
Like if you feel like you're not a good communicator, that's something that you can work on, you know?
As far as intimacy goes,
Therapy.
I think that whenever you've been together with someone for so long, it is so important to keep having fun. Whatever that fun looks like, you know, like going to a nursery or doing fun date ideas.
Yeah, I had that conversation with her earlier in the car. I was like, if I'm ever in a bad mood, give me a coffee, take me to a plant store and buy me a plant.
Yeah, honestly, I think that intimacy can look different for everybody. Like, I don't think it's necessarily the act of la, but I think that it could be washing her back or braiding her hair.
Or cuddling.
Or giving her sweet kisses right where she loves them in the morning.
I know, yeah. That was cute.
You know, I think that intimacy, as long as you view those things as like a sweet moment where this person took the time out of their day to stop and to show you affection, I think that goes
A long way.
Such a long
Yeah.
way. Yeah, I totally agree. And as far as spark, like,
Well, to be clear, Lala is also nice. Not to knock that. Stellar.
yeah,
But there are other ways to get that. Doesn't have to always be that.
100%.
And keeping this, you said keeping this spark? What you gonna say?
Yeah, I was just, I don't know, man. It's just so easy for us.
What's our thing that we always say?
Happy, healthy, consensual.
Not that, but yes,
Oh.
I concur. No, I was gonna say don't ever stop trying to win her over.
Oh, yeah.
Don't ever stop dating her.
Yeah.
So, like at the beginning of your guys' relationship, if you guys used to go on dates all the time and that starts to fall off, don't let it.
Or find a
You
different
know?
way that still feels like this. Like we
Yeah.
wanted to go to
A winery.
a winery, and I was like, you know what?
But that was a lot. Like it's like hours away. You know, we couldn't drive there because we were gonna drink, and so like we'd have to figure out the
Yeah.
logistics of that. You know,
So I was like, you know what? Let's just bring it to us. And it turned out to be really cute. Right?
I'm happy.
Okay.
White wine. White wine's my favorite.
Yes.
Okay, ready? Here's the next
I
one.
really like red wine.
That's good. It's really good for you. I just can't do red wine
You
because
sound
it
like
stings
me.
my teeth.
You sound like me.
Well,
It's really
I
good
know.
for you.
I know. I got your number. I know Hailee, so I know that she's more likely to do something if it's healthy for her.
Yeah.
What is one place that both of you would love to go on vacation but you haven't done yet?
Oh, I know my answer.
What's your answer?
Can you guess my answer?
Bora Bora.
Bora Bora. Kendra and I are gonna go there someday.
We are.
What about you, cutie?
I'm not reading that.
What? For how much money would you sell the other? What the?
Priceless bitch. It's so hard because I love so many places that I've been that it's hard for me to imagine loving a place that I haven't been more. Does that make sense? Because I haven't been there. So how do I know? Anyway.
Her logic. This is hard for her because she's a person that has to see it. She has to see it in person to love it.
If it's not in front of me, it doesn't exist. Obviously, Bora Bora because of my wife. I love all the places I've been, so that's really hard. Just so you know, I would choose the places I've been before to go to again. But if I have to choose somewhere else, I'm actually going to say Egypt.
Wow, really?
Because that's like nothing like where I've ever been.
Okay.
Nothing like where I've ever been.
Japan is also very much on my
Oh,
list.
yes, Japan. That's on my list, for sure.
Japan is definitely on
For
my
sure.
list. This wine displays lovely aromas of citrus and white flowers, which are typical of this appellation. And this is I don't even know what this is, to be honest.
It's a white wine,
Yes,
and it
it's
has
a
good
white
legs.
wine. A Sanquerie. Bless you. I thought you were gonna do it. I'm so sorry. I wanted to be the first one. She's been chasing
From
this-
who else? Who else is going to be the first one?
She's been chasing this sneeze all
Oh,
day. Would it be
that
too
was
off if I
rude.
sneezed right now?
that was rude.
So sorry.
When I sneeze, I'm going to sneeze all over your charcuterie.
I mean, you're eating it too, so whatever.
That's true.
Oh, this smells very nice.
I'm ready.
This smells very, very,
Yeah, it
very
does.
nice.
I like white wine.
Oh, this smells
Oh, it
really
was a
good.
nice clink. Delicious, phenomenal, perfect in every way. This
That
is like
is insane.
this is like the wine that we shared in Leiden.
That one was a little bit more crisp, but yes, that's
It's
delicious.
similar.
It is. I'm gonna try a rosemary.
Oh, they're very good.
Pecan almond.
I gotta try a spicy one. This is the curry cauliflower.
Not to mention, I got little spoons and little picks.
Oh, sorry. Fuck. Whole thing. No balls. It's delicious. We love curry in this house. How do you guys avoid arguments and keep a healthy relationship? I feel like hard conversations are normal in a relationship. I don't feel like arguing and fighting needs to be. For some people it is.
Yeah, for some people, that's
Yeah, but that's not how I feel in my relationship.
no.
I think I would like to reframe that idea as having a hard conversation, which can feel unsafe, like arguing and whatnot is if you have a hard time with conflict, which I do. But I think that keeping in mind that like it's not you guys against each other, it's you guys together against the problem, makes a huge difference.
Despite whoever brought it together,
Causes it. Yeah.
it's about tackling the problem together and then not ever dealing with it in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, and
You
then you
know?
have to let it go.
You have to,
you
yeah.
cannot hold on to shit.
You can't. You'll never grow.
No,
It's like
you gotta let it go.
something that really works for Kendra and I is we use code words.
Yes, I love code words.
So, for example, what does caterpillar mean?
Caterpillar would mean drop this immediately, no questions asked, but it comes with a promise that we'll talk about it later.
Okay, what does lock mean?
This is incredibly important to me. I'm not going to change my mind. We really need to do this.
Okay. What about Georgia?
I'm going to tell you something that may be upsetting, and I'm nervous that you're going to be upset. So please, like, take a moment to emotionally regulate yourself so that you can respond calmly.
We have one that I'm not going to share. That is when people recognize us, but they
I can't tell you that.
They're not coming to say hi yet, but
they're probably going to.
That they know who I am.
Yeah.
So this is like a mentally prepare yourself for
a stranger interaction. Like someone's going to come up and talk to you or touch you, and prepare yourself for that.
Right.
Yeah. And that helps, especially if I'm like in the middle of a store and I'm really focused in on what I'm doing. If somebody were to come up and talk to me, I'd be like,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but we use these code words, and you can create code words for so many different things. Like, there's one that's like white dragonfly, and it's like, I totally botched this conversation. Can I get a restart? Can I get a redo?
Can I get a redo? Yeah.
Like, can I get a redo? Can I try to properly explain? And another really great thing in like communication and like arguments is like, tone is so important, but like also like miscommunication is so easy to do. That causes so many problems, just miscommunicating.
So being like, what did you hear me say?
Yes.
Because a lot of the times what they heard you say is not what you feel like you just said.
Exactly. And also reminding yourself that your partner's like a mind reader.
Yeah.
If I'm upset with her and I never tell her about it, like what made me upset that she did, it will literally never get fixed. And I read a quote earlier.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's okay.
I would say it's not my responsibility or your responsibility to infer that they're upset. It is the person who is upset's responsibility to say, hey, this made me upset.
I read a quote earlier that really stuck with me about anger, because I feel like sometimes people allow that in their relationship. And it was like, anger is like acid and will destroy the vat that it's sitting in more than the person you throw it at. Meaning you can't hold on to these things because it will destroy you from the inside out.
I've heard a quote like
that. Yeah, it's like that. And so it's important to express your feelings and sit with your feelings. It's important to validate your partner's feelings, even if it wasn't your intention, you know, be like, I'm really sorry that, you know, you're feeling that way. That was not my intention. How do we fix this?
Yeah.
You know? And also we try to stay away from really strong words.
Yes.
When we say strong words like gaslight.
Gaslight, like couples who do breakup pranks, I can't. The word breakup, the word divorce, that is not a word in my vocabulary.
No, I only made one TikTok like that, and it was responding back to someone's comment, and you were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but like strong words like that,
we're trying to not say that.
Are triggering and are upsetting to hear, even if you're playing.
That's true.
You know? So.
All right, let's finish this guy.
Okay.
We have 3 more to go.
I know. 3? We have 2. 3. Oh my god, she's right. Forgot we got a dessert line.
I may be catching a bus.
I was saying, we must be catching a bus because we just chatted with you guys for a hot minute.
Oh my gosh.
No question. I love you too. You always make me laugh. Thank you. We love you too.
That's very sweet.
Ooh, what are y'all's pet peeves?
Ooh, all right. That's a good one. We should try to say each other's.
Shit, okay. Oh, I already know yours. I just had to think about it.
I would say Kendra's pet peeve is, that one smells good actually.
I don't like that.
Kendra's pet peeve would be people that are mean. That are literally mean. And I say the word ugly, not in like looks or anything like that, because that's...
But like an ugly person.
But like a mean, nasty person. Someone that is vile and just mean.
And it can be as small as like...
Like if you're rude to a waitress.
Seriously, bro. They're just doing their job. They're doing their best. They're a human being. It's their first time on this earth too, man. Yeah. You know, have some grace. Like I would say unnecessarily mean or unnecessarily rude.
That.
You know, there are times, you know, say someone comes up and smacks you in the face. Yeah, that's valid. Go for it. You know? But like if somebody was just like, you know, I didn't like the way you said that and you fuck out about it, bro.
I also think that maybe one of your pet peeves is like extremely poor communication.
Yes.
I think you really struggle with that. Or like people that guilt trip.
Yes, I really don't like guilt tripping. I don't like make a mountain out of a molehill.
Oh, things that make bigger. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Or like people who like explode over something that could just be like, I don't like that, thank you. You know?
Those are good.
These? I know.
Yeah.
I have a pickle.
Yeah.
Hailee's pet peeve is tapping.
Tapping.
Fucking hate it. Tapping, rubbing, repetitive sounds. Really anything repetitive. Tapping, rubbing. Those are all repetitive.
I have not been diagnosed with autism. Okay. I will preface it with that. I do think, however, I do have tendencies that are sensory-based issues.
Yes.
Textures of foods.
Textures on her hands. She does not like stuff on her hands.
No. Specifically repetitive sounds.
Really bad. Like to the point that like we were laying in bed one night and she could hear the faucet dripping in the basement on the other side of the house and she could not go to sleep. It was so upsetting for her.
I was right. It was running.
I could hear, I'm neurodivergent. You know, I have been diagnosed with ADHD, but I could hear that and I could
I don't know why I can't
just label it as white noise and ignore it.
I just can't.
You know,
Another
she really
thing?
hates that. You have another one that you want me to guess?
Yeah, maybe one more.
Like with people?
Sure.
Do you have one in mind that you're trying to get me to guess?
No, of course not.
Okay.
I'm curious.
Well, that's your
There's
main one.
no right answer to
Okay,
this.
that's your main one. Your main one is tapping.
I'm just curious.
What else do you not like? You don't like people who make things complicated that you perceive don't need to be complicated. But we're working on that, right? Because some people have big feelings and that's okay. I need to work on that too.
I think what I'm trying to say is, in life, some of the best advice I've ever received is from my dad. He said, Hailee,
I know this
why are you upset? I was like, oh, I got grounded and I lost my phone because of so-and-so. He was like, can you control that? I said, no. He's like, well, you're gonna have to find a way to get over it. If you can control it, great.
Go
Change
control
fix
it.
it.
And then
so,
get
like,
over it.
That moment in my life, I was like, holy schnitzel, right? In life, when you receive problems, can you fix it? Yes, great.
Go do it.
I am a problem solver, right?
She
I like
is. She
fixing
really
things.
is.
I like doing the most efficient way to do something and just move on with my life. Or can you not control it, right? And if you cannot control it, you have to find a way to just live your life and
let it
move
go.
on.
Yeah.
Whether it is to, go outside and
Distraction's my
distract
best
yourself, like, just distracting yourself. So
Also-
I definitely think that's a pet peeve of mine.
technique. It is 100% a pet peeve. Yeah, 100%.
All right, do we
I
have
will
to try
say
this
that,
one?
yeah.
Wait, we gotta tell them what it is. It's
Oh,
a
right.
Riesling.
It is a Riesling.
God, we got so
Also-
sidetracked. Holy crap. We already
Also,
lost.
it is good sometimes to sit with your feelings.
Yeah.
So sit with your feelings for like, give yourself a timer. Give yourself, say 4 or 5 minutes. If it's something really big, give yourself a day or two.
Yeah.
Like a breakup or a loss. That's big. That's
100%.
valid.
You should not
You
sweep
know?
those things under the rug.
No. So also therapy. Please go to therapy. If you don't go to therapy, go to therapy. Everybody should go to
If you have the resources
therapy. If you
to do
can,
that.
yes.
If not, there are some really good recommendations out there that are free
Free.
resources.
100%. Trevor Project. Great. Anyway, I was just going to say it's also good to sit with your feelings. And then, can I fix it? Great. Do it. If I can't, let it go. This
Sorry, I forgot to
says...
tell you guys about this wine. This wine smells.
Ooh! Okay. This Riesling works fantastic with grilled fish and steamed vegetables. A wine with character. It shows why the the vineyard. the vineyard is named Herb Garden. Be patient, swirl the glass, and find a great mix of different spices and herbs.
Oh, ooh. I like spices in there.
Okay, let's see if I can do this, because I do have a little bit of a buzz. Dr. Heidmann's Burgerweile Oetzinger Wurzgarten. German.
Wow.
Wurzgarten. That's sausage garden?
Sausage garden. Is it W?
Probably not,
Is
probably
it W-E-I?
There's no T, so no. Wurz,
Okay.
Wurz, Bratwurst. Wurz.
Okay. Alright.
That'd be funny.
This smells delicious, by the way.
I already tried it. Shh.
Did you?
No, I was just talking. Absent
Did you like it? Do you? Did I try it already? I didn't try this yet.
Who knows? I really like that. That's delicious.
Wow.
I don't know if I like the aftertaste. No,
I love the aftertaste because it's like vinegary.
I think it's what I just ate that I paired with it.
I like this. All right, let's try this now.
Okay.
That may be my favorite so far, actually, of the white. I like it
Okay.
better than the other white.
My mom tells me that we should show the sides of us that are not always so pretty on YouTube to remind you guys that it's okay to be yourself. So I'm gonna take this one. How do you guys do everything you do while still taking time for yourselves? We have a really hard time with that.
We do.
This was literally gonna be our anniversary together, time for ourselves, and we're filming 2 YouTube videos today.
Yes.
So,
But we are about to go on a trip for 2
Yes.
weeks, so
and we love our our job. We love hanging out with you guys.
Yeah,
You know,
we
like
wouldn't
it's
trade it for
fun.
anything.
Yeah. I do think that we have a hard time with that just because we do so much of our work together. You know, we live together, we love together, we work together.
I
All of the above.
love it.
I do too. It's honestly, I feel so blessed, you know? Before this, we had different career plans, obviously, and I would have hated being away from her. Would have been really hard.
What do we do to make sure that we have enough time together and we spend time together? Something I forgot to mention earlier with avoiding arguments and communication is sometimes you are directly very blunt with your partner. And sometimes you may have to say Georgia or whatnot or Locke or whatever, but Kendra's like, I need more attention. She'll literally say that to me.
Verbatim.
And she'll say, babe, when you're done with that,
Yeah.
I need more attention. And I don't get upset with that because she's a human. She's my wife. She's my best friend. And she's got needs, right?
And that goes with not reading your mind. I'm not expecting you to figure that out.
Exactly. Like sometimes you just
It's my job to
don't
tell
know.
you.
I think it's also important to like express the way that you feel. So like yesterday is a good example. Yesterday, Kendra like went to go do therapy and I was like, I'm gonna miss you, you know? And then when she got back, I was like, I've been feeling really connected with you. And so,
And that's really, really nice for me to hear, you know?
yeah. And sometimes she'll say, I like you instead of I love you. And it's not to say that she doesn't love me, but you can say I love you, right? But just to like somebody, because there are people out there that you love that you may not like, right?
100%.
And so she tells me all the time that she likes me. I think that when Kendra and I are really struggling with focusing on so many other things like house projects and traveling and work, we like, hey, we like sit down, we're like, we need to do something for us. Like,
We
how are you feeling? Like, what do you want to do? Like, we didn't record going to the nursery.
No.
I had so much fun doing that.
too.
That was really cool. You know?
And now we get to go plan our plans together.
And I think that something that really helps Kendra and I when we are feeling this way is we'll stop and be like, hey, what are you grateful for?
Yeah.
We call it vitamin G.
G. Yeah.
What are you grateful for?
Yeah.
And so,
Literally, what was that, last night?
yeah, it was last night.
Last night, Haley goes, honey, you need some vitamin G. Go ahead.
Tell me what you're grateful for. And she's like, oh, I'm grateful for my cats. And I was like, wait, stop. Look at Gustavo's cute
Feel it.
little face.
Feel how grateful you are for
And
him.
tell me that you're grateful for him. And she was like, oh, I love him so much. You know, and like the demeanor totally changed. So I think that like,
Because that releases literal hormones in your brain and in your body that will make you feel good.
yeah. I think that just whenever Ken and I are struggling, like feeling connected or like, you know, work is taking over or traveling is taking over, I think that we're like, all right. And not only that, but when we have like 2 weeks of like at home time,
We really take it.
we really
take it.
I can't tell you like, I can't tell you. In the last 2 weeks, we've spent one day on the couch playing Stardew Valley together, and that was it.
But I
because-
cherished that day.
and it
Oh, I
was so
cherished that
much.
day. It was so good.
Yeah, and it's just about being grateful in those moments because, you know, we don't know where we're gonna get our next one. We just got invited to New Jersey,
We did. Tomorrow. We can't make it, you know?
you know,
But-
but there's that. So, what happened to this wine bottle?
I did cheat a little bit.
Did you?
I did, yeah.
Oh no, and
Probably
recently?
spot. Sorry.
Probably that. Give me a clue.
Also, this stuff. I tried to open it.
How have I opened up 4 of them and they've been fine? What'd
Okay.
you do?
I have opened up
You're
not
right.
thousands, but a lot of wine glasses, and they
Yeah.
almost never do that. I told you, it's incredibly weak. That's
Okay.
only half of it. I already broke the other half off.
Right. Okay. Can you read another question? What the hell did you do to this?
It's the cork, baby.
Oh my god.
I don't know that this really pertains to us, but I do have a thought on this. So, how do you accommodate your partner's love language while also advocating for yours?
Ooh.
So, I think that's a great question.
I like this one. I have some thoughts and feelings on it. Do you want to go first?
Sure. I was just gonna say that I feel like we are blessed to have relatively the same love language, but there are things about love languages that you need to know. Love languages like words of affirmation
and physical touch.
and physical touch, not like gift giving and acts of service. So words of affirmation and physical touch, those are things that you have to reciprocate. You know, if I say I love you, your silence is so loud.
So for someone that has words of affirmation, it could be harder for
hard.
people with words of affirmation and physical touch because if I hug you and you don't hug me back,
That's
it's going to
hard.
hurt my feelings.
It hurts.
So I think recognizing that is extremely important, especially if you have a partner or if you have that love language
Yeah.
that those are things that may not always be reciprocated.
Yeah. But it is good if you are a partner of someone with that love language and you prefer to give, which you don't expect a gift in return, or you prefer to, what's the other one? Acts of service. You don't expect them to do the dishes in return.
Right.
You know, that's just not expected, and that's okay.
No.
But it's good to recognize that their love language, that is something that they probably need from you. So if you can meet them halfway with that goes a long way.
For example, Kendra's physical touch is a lot higher than mine.
Yes.
But my acts of service
It's much higher than mine.
is way higher than hers, right? And so like when she goes to get water, I don't assume that she's already going to give me water. Like when she said earlier, I really wish I had a napkin. And she's like, no, really. Like my brain is
And I
like,
wasn't asking her for a napkin.
No,
I was
she
not
wasn't.
saying that. You know,
I
was just saying I should have gotten one.
had to go do that. Like that was my acts of service, right? It's one of the reasons why I really like cooking for people.
Yeah.
But like physical affection is like really, really important to you.
Yeah.
Physical touch is really important to you.
Yeah.
And so I think given leeway where it's important, like I know that Kendra's gonna feel more connected if she's allowing herself to give me these things without me feeling annoyed. You
Yes.
know?
Yeah.
Like if I feel annoyed whenever she's like rubbing my back or curling me too hard, I'm like, it's fine. She'll kick at my leg and I'm like, it's fine. Do you know how much I love you? You know, you're not supposed to say that because
And then I
it
go,
makes me
I'm
mad.
sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. It really is fine.
But finding ways, I mean, like cuddling doesn't bother, like it's the repetitive motion that bothers her. So like I try not to cricket on her. I really try.
Every night.
I still do it,
Pretty
but
much
I try
every
not
night.
to. But like I'll come up and give her, you know, a kiss on the cheek or whatever while she's cooking. And I think
Are we giving them the answer?
I don't know. We're just talking now.
Babe, I may be a little wine tipsy. Are you a little wine
That's
tipsy?
what wine tipsying. Wine
Oh
tipsying.
my god.
That's what wine tasting does.
I think communicating in any aspect of your life about love language, about communication styles, about attachment styles.
Communicate your needs and know your needs. If you don't know your needs, go take a test. Google's free.
Right, and so like a good example would be like this. Like imagine Kendra's acts of service is like pretty low, right? Or her gift giving is pretty low. And I'm like, babe, it's really important to me that I get brand new steak knives for my birthday. Right?
I heard that.
Yeah.
I looked them up and I found them. I just have to buy them.
But you could pair it with a code word. Like it's important to me. When you add this is important to me, it changes the dynamic in your partner's brain.
It does. Yeah.
It's like
Because
it's
otherwise-
important to me that I get
Because otherwise you're just chatting.
right, or just being like, oh, this would be nice. You know, like it's important to me that by 4th of July I have steak knives.
Yeah. I feel that it's important to me that by 4th of July we have furniture for people to sit on.
Preach.
Yeah. I feel that.
And I take a mental note. Despite what my love language is,
Yeah.
I think just knowing what's important. Like, love languages can be a good guide. I don't think it has to be set in stone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree. Which one of our tattoos are the most painful?
Ooh, good question.
Mm-hmm.
You wanna go first?
My thigh tattoo was the most painful.
If you guys had watched that video, you would know.
I do not cry. I sobbed. Full on sobbed. Like to the point where I had no more tears left.
I hated it. I hated every moment.
Yeah. That's a lot of tendons right there by like where your leg connects to your pelvis. So I think that the tendons really bothered me. It like got closer to, you know, your other areas. That really hurt. Also think that like it was just, I've done it so much it became like just upsetting and triggering. So I've had 3 different sessions, each for like 3 hours each.
My most painful tattoo. It's
I have
hard
an answer
because it's
for
been
her.
so long.
Your calf.
Yeah.
Yep.
No way.
Yep.
More than this.
Yes. Your face you made with your calf was worse than your face you made with that. Personally. Could be wrong.
I think my physical response, like as far as like shaking and trembling and stuff, was actually my rib. Whenever I was younger, yeah.
Yeah,
He was like, if we don't
that.
stop, you're not gonna be okay. And I was like, I'm fine. I literally was like, I'm fine. Like you keep going. And he's like, you're like,
Yeah.
you know. And I literally was fine, right?
That's my problem. I'm like that with my thigh.
I think
This did hurt you though. You said this really hurt.
this spot right here was really, really tender, and then the top part of my calf was
Yeah.
pretty tender.
It's like closer to your knee tendons. This is closer to your tendons that connect your arm to your collarbone. I really think closer to tendons is worse.
I think my inner arm may have been the most tender spot, actually,
Alright.
up here. And that's saying a lot, 'cause, you know, I guess my chest tattoo is really little. My easiest tattoo is behind my ear.
Yeah, I will say,
Or my...
I don't know that any of my other tattoos really hurt much at all. This is a dessert wine.
This will just be a little sip.
That's why she's doing just a little bit.
All right.
Because it is strong as
is it?
And it's usually, well, dessert wines are usually strong.
13.5%.
More than
That's not
that.
bad.
Usually dessert wines are really strong. They're more like a shot.
Yeah, it's a sipper. Like, they're sippers. They're not shots. But, I mean, I guess you could take it a shot, right?
Whoa, those legs are impressive. They're thick. Thick legs. Look at how thick those legs are.
Wow, yeah.
They're my kind of legs. Woo!
It actually smells pretty strong.
It smells really strong.
All right.
That's really sweet.
I think that's delicious.
I think that's way too sweet.
I love that.
But I guess that's why it's a dessert wine, you know? Dessert's sweet.
I like that. That's... No, we definitely did not sip on that. Anyways.
All right, let me see if there's any last ones we can do. Oh, I'd rather pick a question. Is that an option?
Of course.
Okay. What are your top 3 favorite plants in this house?
Top 3 favorite plants?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Because we just bought plants. That's why I'm thinking about it.
Okay, that makes sense. Out of all the questions you could ask me, those are
I know the answer to everything else. Yeah.
You don't know the answer to this one, though, do you?
No, I don't. That's why I asked.
Okay.
Because some of your favorite plants, unfortunately, have died.
Yeah. Okay. Variegated Monstera from your dad.
Okay. I'll say there's 2. Which one?
No, the Variegated Monstera from your dad. I would say the string of pearls, because that is fucking crazy.
I know.
The fact that you can keep
Do
a
we
string of
anyone
pearls.
Getting another one of those for our
Oh, you could probably
Wouldn't
put
that
that
be
one in
cute?
there. That one would be really pretty in there.
Okay.
I kind of like the bonsai with the thick legs that are like, she looks like a shy girl.
She does. She's a cutie. We should put her
Here,
on.
I'm gonna show you guys. Look at, she's like a little shy girl.
Isn't she cute with her little butt? She's like,
Oh wow, she doesn't look so shy anymore, does she?
no, she's grown.
She has grown a lot. This is the string of pearls.
Look at how, I mean, you know how big I am. This goes down to my waist bone. Very impressive. I've killed 3 of them. That one is so happy. I even repotted her. Impressive. Bye-bye.
The Variegated Monstera.
I brought, can you see this leaf? Look at how beautiful this leaf is. I brought this plant back as a cutting from a really big plant from California. I brought it back on 2 different planes because we had a layover. And then I brought it home and I rooted it for an entire year. And then I planted it, and it's been a year since I planted it. And when I first brought it home, it only had 3 leaves. Now it has like almost 10, 6, 7. What's your question for me?
I feel like I should make a really juicy question for them.
Shit.
It's okay. I know your boundaries, girly
I'm
pop.
ready.
If there's one thing in this world I could ever do for you, what would it be? Anything at all. Emotional, physical, mental. There's one thing in this world I could do for you, what would it be?
Love me forever.
Is that what it is?
Is that an option?
Of course. That's what
The
you meant to me.
little Leo cycle in me said, do everything I want for the rest of your life.
Oh my god.
And then I was like, that's not appropriate.
Yeah.
No, just love me and hang out with me.
I like hanging out with you.
And buy me plants and make me coffee
Okay.
and get the grease out of the pan because I don't like that.
I know, that's why I do it. I said one thing and she gave me like 5 or 6. But that's cool. Acts of
keep
service
going.
is my love language, so that makes sense.
It's like me
Anyways.
with gratitude. When Haley's like, what are you grateful for? I'm like, the trees. I love them. They give me air. My feet, they take me lots of places. That's super cool. My eyeballs, I can see things. That's wild. I just keep going.
I just realized that this video hit like an hour of recording, so we're gonna go.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for hanging out with us on our anniversary. We appreciate you. Thank you for all your questions. And we hope you have a wonderful day.
3 years. Do you know what the... Oh, never mind. I can't spoil that. You still have to post on Instagram. Gotta go, guys. Love ya.
Love you. Bye.